I've always been kind of an active guy. I used to race motocross when I was younger. Traded that later for golf, which I enjoy a lot. I backpack a lot. I fish a lot. We travel a lot, and we've enjoyed our hobbies, my wife and my family. And up until about probably a year and a half or 2 years ago, I was able to do all those things. And somewhere, as age took over, whatever, I don't know if it was an incident or whatever, but things started to go south for me on my back. And I got to the point where I wasn't able to do the things that I love to do. And it was pretty frustrating because I didn't think I was ready to go out to pasture yet. So I had a good friend that had just gone through a back surgery. We're really close. We travel together and golf together. And his surgery was semi-successful, but what had happened to him was he had the surgery and then it came back on him within 6 months. He started having the same problems he had before. And I wasn't too aggressive to think about surgery. So I started just looking around, and I was just driving down the road one day and I heard a commercial on the radio. And normally I just kind of blank those things out, and this one talked about back pain. And I was experiencing back pain at that time. So I said that maybe I needed to myself, that maybe I needed to look into this. And I took the number down, wrote it down on my little Post-it note, and called later. I talked to somebody down here and they told me that they needed to interview me, and I was reluctant at first, and I said, well, I'm hurting pretty bad, and I've been hurting for some time, and I'm willing to try anything. So I went in and I talked to Dr. Palmer, and he interviewed me. And one of the things that he did that I really, really liked was he before he would really look closely at me, he wanted an MRI. I'd never had an MRI before, and but I was willing to do that because I felt like I was being looked at carefully. He evaluated the MRI and he said that he thought he could help me. And I had to decide pretty quick because I'm hurting now and I need to do something about it. So I made the decision that I'd go through with it. I started, and I didn't have immediate improvement, but probably within the first week and a half, I noticed that things were getting more comfortable for me. The procedure itself was comfortable in itself, and I started getting better fairly rapidly. When the procedures were finally done, I don't think I was 100%. I was probably about 75% back to where I was, but I was feeling good. And he informed me that what I needed to do was exercise, and he had a series of routines that I was to go through here. And fortunately, my daughter owns a gym, so I decided that what I'd do is I'd go there and I'd work on my back, and I'd get the muscles strengthened up in it. And I followed Dr. Palmer's advice for that, and I would say within 2 months of after I was done with my procedure, I felt 100%. And this has been about a year since I've had that experience, and I still feel 100%. I'm playing golf a lot. I'm hiking. I'm doing the things I want to do. I don't motocross race, but I have a quad and I ride it, and I just don't have the problems I used to have. I believe that his technique in letting the body heal itself is what works for me. I certainly, I don't know that it would fix everybody, but for me, it's changed my life back to where I wanted it to be. Well, I guess because I came here so often, I guess I just kind of got to know everybody. I enjoyed Linda and Kim, and I always felt like I was welcome here. It was kind of interesting when sometimes you come to a place like this and you're treated like a number, but I felt like I was a person here. I actually enjoyed coming in, so coming in a few times a week didn't seem like it was a real burden to me. Interestingly enough, I have the good friend that had the operation on his back is now in the midst of going through decompression therapy. So, and that was, I assume, because of me, because he saw the success. We play golf together about every week, so, and he's doing pretty well. It was explained to me as maybe something that would be a traction, which scared me just a little bit, because when your back's tender, the last thing you want is somebody to play with it. So I had some problems with some chiropractors and some people that did massages with that. I would tell them right off the bat, but it was comfortable from the beginning. Actually, it may be too comfortable. I was going to sleep here quite often. I'd be out a little bit. They'd play some nice music and stuff. So certainly wasn't a torturous thing to do. I think that if anything, I felt better when the day was over coming in here. So I'd say it was comfortable overall. Well, because of course I had, not operation-wise, but because my wife owns a gym, there's a person there that is he's a trainer, physical trainer. And he told me the first thing I needed to do was build up my back muscles. So I went in and I started a regimen of things in the gym. But what I found out was my back wasn't ready for that. It couldn't take it. So it actually ended up making it worse. So I had to back off away from the gymnasium. So I tried that. I tried a series of massages and so forth. And I went through, I don't know how many bottles of Advil in the midst of it. But I've never been really somebody that really likes to take a lot of medicine, so this was bugging me quite a bit anyway. But yeah, I had tried just everything I knew of. Sometimes I'd get up in the morning and walk as much as an hour, and that would relieve my back a little bit. So at least I was able to do that. But yeah, I tried everything that I thought would work.